My name is Kristen Ford, and I'm the librarian for the Idaho State Legislature. I have a bachelor's degree, a law degree, and a master's degree in library and information science. I went to law school thinking that I wanted to be a politician, and I decided fairly quickly that I did not want to be a politician. So I practiced law for a few years while I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do. I didn't really enjoy practicing law because I didn't like having to bill people for my time, and I didn't like feeling like a hired gun. But I like to help people. And while I was in law school, I worked in the law library, but I found I really enjoyed helping people to help themselves. You know, I admired people that wanted to come in and learn more about something, and I finally decided that I would go back to school, get the degree in library science so that I could become a law librarian. After I did that, I worked in a few different types of law libraries, but I never really stayed anywhere longer than 2 years because after a while I would feel like, well, this has been interesting, but I sort of feel like I've learned this and I want to do something else. I saw this position advertised and I thought, well, that would be interesting to contribute to the work of a state legislature. So I applied and got the position, and I've been here 12 years now. So apparently I found my niche, and a lot of that is because it's been such an interesting job. After 12 years, I still feel like I learn something new every day. Part of the work that I do for the legislature is to do research for the legislators. We search statutes from other states, which we can borrow language from. We also search cases. Sometimes they need court cases. Sometimes they need background public policy information. So we may be getting reports for them, statistics, and pro and con arguments that they may want to use in their speeches or debate on the floor. If someone wants to come in and research the history of a law, they can come into our library and read through the committee minutes, statements of purpose, look at old bills, look at voting records. We have all of that sort of information here. And most people don't know how to do that, and so we teach people how to do that. And for people that aren't right here in Boise, we do it for them. Another way that we help the legislature is to create finding aids, such as indexes. We create indexes for the committee minutes so that it's made easier for people to find the particular committee minutes that they want. I also create a subject index for all of the legislation. I read every bill and I assign major subject headings to it and then write subcategories for those headings. My family is a military family. My father served in the Army all his life, and they always instilled in us a pretty strong sense of public service. We were always taught to leave a place better than you found it, to do good and to help others. That was just the right thing to do. And I can remember when I was little, we'd be driving along a highway, and if my dad saw a bunch of litter on the highway, he would pull over and we'd all have to hop out and pick up litter along the highway. You know, which when I was little, I was like, oh, Dad, but it taught us that doing good feels good, so I'm really grateful to him now, and I think it's directed my course into public service. You can make a real difference when you go into public service because you can become the face of government to an individual. And a lot of times, you know, government workers don't have the best reputation. People complain. And when you can provide someone with really good service and they say to you, wow, you were so helpful, thank you so much, I don't know what I would have done if you weren't here, that really makes you feel good. And you feel like you've changed, hopefully, someone's perception of public servants a little for the better.